Our ruby chard is doing well. You see the striking red there. Leaves can be eaten, so can the stems. The stems have the texture, if not the taste, of celery. And these are finally the aubergines, and the plants are now dying. I'm hoping that they're putting the last remnants of their goodness back into the aubergines, because these are still a bit small, though at least they're edible now. And now, the fruit bushes are still very immature along here. The kiwi planted somehow still lasted. Our thornless bramble will probably produce fruit next year. And this is one of the currant plants that's looking quite healthy because it didn't produce anything this year. I have to show you this because this is an amazement to me. This is my cranberry plant that's being smothered at the moment down here. If I can just somehow get to it. There we are. What makes me laugh about this cranberry bush is that it's very, very small. But can you see where my finger is pointing? Do you see that? Do you see that little red berry just there? I don't know if you do or not. There he is, touching the end. That is a cranberry. I have no idea if it's edible. It shouldn't be, because the plant should not be producing this year, but like next to it, the currant here, the white currant, that wasn't supposed to produce this year because it was too small, had a stig before the stig was eaten. One stig. So they do try straight away. Our strawberry fields need looking at with the grass, but you can see the red is because the leaves now are dying back. Ironic that the colour of the sort of dying back of these plants, bright red, is the same colour as the strawberries, but these are going to die back now. That's fine, we just leave them to it. Same with the currants that have produced. They're slipping into dormancy, the leaves are turning and will fall off. Again, our fruit bushes here are still leafing. They may produce blossom next year, but I doubt we'll get any fruit from them for a year or two yet. This is what's left of the potatoes for this year. All gone. And here is our apple tree. Now, we have an issue with this apple tree this year. Thank God it's not actually the tree that's the cause of this, but the weather at the with it being so wet, it's prone to wind-borne fungi, and we've had a terrible outbreak. I don't know if you can see the sort of spots on it. Some of them are scab, and that's not too bad, but occasionally it develops and you get really, really mouldy ones. And basically, I don't think our crop this year is going to be good. But thankfully, it's not the tree. It's a wind-borne infection. And hopefully next year things will be okay. If we move on now over here, you can see that the purple sprouting broccoli is doing well. The beans are pretty much over for this year. These were the miniature beans that we were never going to grow. The broad beans are not over. Look, they are still flowering. These are January King cabbage. They won't be ready until after Christmas, but they are known for having really tight, heavy balls. And you can see that they're beginning to really get compact there, which is good. Kale down this side. We can eat some of that now. These are the cabbages that are almost ready for harvest now. These are autumn type cabbages, and they're hearting up. They're loose hearts, which is fine. Oops, nearly went over then. Sprout stalks. Fair way to go yet, but have a look down there. Can you see the sprouts under each leaf? you have a little growth. Those are the sprouts, which leaves us with just the spring bank left to look at, and it's really been full of gladioli and a few dahlias. Dahlias haven't all grown, but the gladioli have been reasonable this year, if not a little bit late. There we are, and that's it.